November is Homeless Awareness Month, and here in the 701, we are making sure to spotlight this very, very important issue.
In today's Well-Being, which is sponsored by Pure Barre, we're welcoming Charisse Ronis, Homeless Liaison in the Bismarck Public Schools. Charisse, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So Charisse, always a pleasure to have you. The Students in Transition program, that one hits home for me a lot. Can you let our viewers know what the Students in Transition program is?
So our program through Bismarck Public School System is we want to make sure that the education of a homeless child stays stable. And so we try to keep them in their school of origin throughout the year. So that might mean we have to transport them if they are kind of bebopping around the district, and instead of changing schools every time, we provide van service for them to be able to remain at that school and have that stability. We offer kind of a wraparound service for the families as well, and so if they're in need of something, maybe helping out with housing applications or heating assistance, those kinds of things, kind of maybe if needed, case managing that and helping them through that process, because in a situation like that, they're super overwhelmed and they need to kind of stop and take it step by step by step. And so that's kind of what we're there to do. And then we're also there to focus on the student and making sure their education experience is the same as everybody else in the school.
I think every time you're here, it's very eye-opening to hear that number of how many kids are actually using this program.
Right.
And how maybe you help identify those that might need it.
Right.
Can you explain those for us?
Yeah, so the way they're identified, there's kind of 5 different criteria, and that's the definition from the Department of Education. And so they could be unaccompanied youth, and that's youth who don't live with their biological parents, and there's no legal documentation that says anything that that person's their guardian. We have people who are doubled up, so my family maybe was evicted and we come and live with your family until we can get back up on our feet. We have kids any kid who's in a shelter, whether that's an emergency or a transitional shelter. We have children who are unsheltered, so they might be living in their car, a storage unit, a garage, someplace that doesn't have running water or heat, that humans probably shouldn't be staying in the middle of winter. And then the other one is, I forget. Well, there's 5 ways, yeah.
I want to make sure we also mention, I think, 276 students right now.
Yeah, so currently from August 1st, when we started re-identifying from even last year, our numbers go to 0 every summer, and so we already have identified 276 kids.
Yeah. And we really want to bring awareness to this issue because 276 kids in Bismarck alone, that's just Bismarck. That's not Bismarck and Man, it's just Bismarck.
Correct. Yeah.
That our students in transition is a huge number. What are you guys doing in the Homeless Awareness Month in November? Again, just to help bring our community awareness to 276 kids that need our help.
Yeah, so we're actually having an event. It's going to be next Wednesday, the 15th. It's called No Longer Hidden, because we tend to call the children the hidden homeless in the Midwest because they might not be outside on the streets, so we might not see them, but they're maybe sleeping in a stairwell at a hotel or have some kind of very temporary roof over their head. And so sometimes when I come to and say that number, a lot of people either second guess that number or don't really think that it's a problem here. And so we're trying to gather the number that we identified last year, which was 387 kids total. So we're trying to grab that many kids. So youth, even if adults want to come and represent next Wednesday at 6:30 at the Century High School parking lot. And if we can all gather there and try and get that many kids in one spot to show the awareness of, okay, this is really the number that would be out and about if they could be, minus the weather and Mother Nature. And then we'll take an aerial shot of that so we can send that around to people that this is actually an issue here in our community.
Yeah, it's a powerful visual.
Right.
And we know that there are ways that we can help. Tell us about the raffle tickets.
Yeah, so every year we have a raffle. It's a money raffle, and so it's a calendar. And so we actually sell the tickets from October into November, at the end of November, and then we start pulling names every day. There's 41 chances to win in December and January, and there's different amounts each day. And the tickets are $10 each, and each school should have a book. if you have a child at the school and you want to get them there. We have them at the Central Administration Building, where the administration for BPS is. All the local Cenexes in Lincoln and in Bismarck have them there, so you could stop there. And even Mike from Dakota Nuts and Candy, he has some down at his, so when you're going down there this weekend to get candy, you could grab a ticket too, so.
Love it. Great people working together,
Yep,
doing
right.
great things. Thank you, Sharice,
Yeah,
so much for
thank
being
you.
with us today.
Thanks so much, Sharice. Folks, to contact Sharice, give her a call, 701-323-4051, or go to Missouri Valley Coalition for Homeless People, their website, or you can catch them on Facebook.
And this has been Wellbeing, which is sponsored by Pure Barre.
And keep it